Welcome back. Today is a sketchbook tour video and probably my favorite sketchbook. I started that one in 2023, November 2012, and finished it this year. It's 26, almost unbelievable. January 23. And as you see, it's a quite long time. And the reason why this one is my favorite sketchbook is not because of the paper or whatever technical, but it's my favorite because here I can see my progress clearly, how I changed during that years, and how I create the way, the layering, the color choices, and so on. And it's like a journey. If you want to see just the flip through, then I will put a timestamp and you can skip all the talking around this sketchbook. So hope you will enjoy also the silent flip through at the end of the video. But if you want to hear something about this sketchbook, just stay with me and I will explain you and tell you the stories around this sketchbook. So we can start. It's a Fabriano drawing sketchbook, but not the thin one. It's the 160 GSM paper, and it's still like a drawing sketchbook, but because the paper is so nice, I can use it for watercolor and acrylics and different type of materials. Like parallel pen is not bleed through the paper. It's a really nice paper to use the parallel pen also, and watercolor can granulate on it nicely. As you can see here, I use this first page just to test my Holbein watercolors, and I really like it. Here I tested some markers and this parallel pen and so on. More testing page. As you see, the markers went through the paper because these are alcohol markers. I do not like alcohol markers. I was not checking correctly that these are alcohol markers, and I want to order some acrylic markers and ended up like having these, but you know, I can use them for different purposes, but not here in that sketchbook. These are Molotov and Kuretake acrylic markers, and it was not bleed through. So for that one, the sketchbook is really nice. And as you see, really nice granulation going here. I really like the paper. And I started the sketchbook with this portrait after these swatching pages, and it's a portrait of my sister. I use really dark color here and here around the eyes, which makes her extremely old, but she is younger than me. So, but I really like how background is blurred. I like how I layered the paints. I know that now I can do it like differently, and but it holds a lot of memory for me. Also, I remember that we were in a botanical garden that day when not when I painted this, but when I took a picture, I painted based on that. Here I just tested some watercolors and making these bubbles and write down the colors I really like to combine. Then I created these small windows for like a sketching. That time I really want to go looser, like a loose paint, not a loser, just be more loose in my painting style. And I find some really nice photographs which inspires me to create these landscapes, like abstract. It looks like abstract. It's a landscape of Iceland, I think, yeah. And these are 4 separate, but it's working like a long landscape also. Then I made some smaller ones here, and I really like this one. It's from the above, and it's a rivers and sea and landscapes, and it's create that really nice abstracty vibe. And then this one is from this really nice forest in Madeira. I never been there, but I really like the moodiness. And then I joined Emma Carlo's Patreon, and we starting painting during that sessions, and I really enjoy these sessions with Emma. It's a 20-minute maybe we work with reflection or picture in picture, and my style now is totally different from this. It's here I was in a stage just searching for my style or searching for how I can express myself in art. These are mostly watercolors and maybe some pencils, yeah, acrylic. I really like this one, and here I planned a bigger painting. Just based on this I created a really huge painting for my really nice friend. And then more testing colors. I really like golden and heavy body, and also Liquitex heavy body acrylics. There are some Holbeins, and here the point was just to compare the same pigment from different brands, and here I call not combine but tested, compare Holbein with Liquitex and Holbein with golden. And as you can see, there is a lot of differences in some cases, and some are really just similar. Then here I can see how I work nowadays. It was like a little bit of a glimpse, and then I came back to that style. Is the park behind the building where I live, and it's a really nice park, and I really like to go there when the weather is nice and sketch. And based on the sketch I created that one. Maybe I can show you the sketch. Yeah, These are my sketches. When I'm outside, I write down the colors. You see, I create just, maybe that's based on that one, and I create just like this. Maybe I use sometimes the colors, but mostly that type of sketches I made. Then this was also Emma Carlos Patreon session. I really like that one. I like the empty space here, and also the face of the cat turned out, I think, really nice. I struggled to paint cats because maybe for me it's more easier to paint dogs, but I don't know why the cats are so complicated. And then I bought the parallel pen, and my obsession here just started, and you will see a lot of sketches like these thumbnails. This video is up on my channel, and it's about how to plan a landscape. I want to say configuration, but it's not that word. Later. So here I planned my landscape, composition, yes. And then I started making these thumbnails for my still life compositions, and I was obsessed with that parallel pen, and I did a lot of these studies. I really like them. Then I have here some more swatches of Liquitex Basic and Winsor & Newton Galleria, because I was searching for a cheaper paint, cheaper than Golden Heavy Body and Liquitex Heavy Body. So I just started to buy these ones, and I really like them. And then I was thinking about to paint over my small sketches, but I totally forgot that these are not water soluble. So when I went over with the paint, they dissolve, and then I realized that I can fastly like smudge them and just leave it, and that's how this was created, and I really like it now. These pages hold a lot of memories about the like trips with my family in Hungary and so on. There will be more about that trip, and here I have like maybe I forgot this page and later come back to that page and just use this for testing my material, testing how I can combine them, how I can layer them. It's a really nice exercise, and I really like the colorful pattern. I can imagine this as a, how to say it, like a cover of the sketchbook. I think it's nice and like playful. Yes, that series is continue here, and I really like that in small windows I can just really fast make a fast sketches and think about composition, as here. Next Emma session, and here I really like the looseness I used, but still that's not quite my style, but I was layering and searching for something. What I was like, the looseness here, and I tried to use that looseness in this fast sketch. I have few books about birds and with a really small pictures where you really do not you are not able to zoom in and see all the details and be precise. So I use these books just to fast sketch and put every material I really like to one paper and just create a mess. That was like a warm up and so on, and then I created maybe in not next day, but I just let it sink in, and then I created that one, and I really, still today, I really like this one. I do not mind that I have no space there just to extend the wings, because I really like the movement, I really like the colors, and this yellow combined with pink. Yummy. Then it was during Emma Carlos session. We painted some birds, and I have this page just for my mixing and use it for my sketch. I do not like to paint like exotic birds because they are too colorful. I like to paint birds from my childhood, what I have memories and so on. But this one was really fun, and I muted a bit the colors. The bird was more colorful on the reference picture. Then I play with the children, and we created this funny spread, and here you can see some fishes are just wandering around the flowers, and I really like that page. It's playful, and it holds a lot of memories also. I remember that day, what we did, what we eat, everything, just to see that picture. And the same day we created also this colorful fish, and I really like that I can teach the children how to like blend the colors together and still have it vibrant, and they were so happy that they can create, like smudge it together and do not have it muddy. And yes, then I was created some fast sketches outside, some swatching. This was really 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Plein air painting. I like this one. Now I'm thinking about that should continue here and just extend the picture, because now it's like I'm feeling that I'm cropped the scene. Then I was trained myself to paint based on the sculpture, and I can tell you that it is hard. I really admire the people who can like sketch the statues, and this was like a fast sketch. I really want to just have it really fast on my paper and just add the colors and so on, and created more sketches of statues, and as you see, these are really like 5-10 minute sketches with a different type of materials, color pencil, top of it some watercolor, parallel pen. Yeah. Then with Emma we created some sketches based on the photograph of this lovely dog, Honey, and I really like that spread. Then here I was searching or for my style, how layer and so on. And you can see these videos on my channel also, how I painted that one and this one. Still really tight, but I made a small progress here, I think. Then I created this portrait. I really like this portrait. I like the face, how it is loose, and I do not use here outlining, just put together the colors and use the base layer just to help me to build some dimension on the face. It's a little bit abstract because of I really want to just think about the idea if the wind can have a face, how it will looks like, and I imagine that lady. Then here I created some pattern, color combinations, and next Emma session was bird in the hand. I struggled with the hand, but I really enjoyed doing these birds, and here I start to use my small selection of soft pastels, and these are made just with the soft pastels. Then I really struggled with the hand, so I just covered the hand and use that page to create some really nice textures. It's created with combining watercolor, also soft pastel, ink, and maybe a little bit of color pencil also. Here I tested also my soft pastels and layering. You can check the video also. And then we had a session with Emma, and it was about sketching still life, and I put together, I used this page with a leftover paint just to make a sketch, and I started to be obsessed with that type of sketching. And as you can see here, I experimented with the negative space. Here I filled the negative space with color, and then I created this one. And in this sketchbook, I think this is like a turning point when I really started to do not afraid to experiment. Here I bought Rembrandt acrylics, just swatching the colors, creating some mixtures, and also a video on my channel about how I recreate this Cezanne painting and this master study. I really enjoyed that one. Then I created my own still life with the different items, and I used really vibrant colors here, and change the size of the items and play with that, because this one was bigger, this is bigger, this one really tiny, and I changed the size and created this mess on the paper, but I still really like it. Then I explore the database of Ethnography Museum in Hungary, and they have a lot of old items there, and I really enjoy just sketching these old items. These are old candle holders, and I put some notes here, and I really like that page. Then I was obsessed with these candles, and I created the color version, and then I created this one. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see that I paint a lot of these jugs that time, and you can see on the next page these are also this type of water bottles, and also a tobacco holder and plates and so on. I really like how I combine the colors here. And then I came back to that idea here. I really enjoyed that page, and I was like, okay, I really want to do next in that style. I like the dog here. And I really like this page, and that color is so nice together with this red and yellow. Then I created this one. The composition is not so good, but I do not have my sketchbook for create a finished pieces in my sketchbook. I think it's a sketchbook, not a painting book, or how to say it. And I do not mind if the composition is not perfect, because I really want to have it like a visual collection for me if I decided to paint something bigger. And these are really nice, and I really like to come back to them and maybe create something based on that sketches. And my hands, I smudged all the paints here. Then next Emma session was this snowy animals. I enjoyed that one. We started with the sketching different based on different photographs, and I decided just to use one page and combine all these. And I like this oval. It looks like Hedwig from Harry Potter. And I really like this guy here, and the rabbit, and these sheep. These sheep will reappear in my next sketch. And these penguins here, see, they are really busy just to go up to the hill. That was so much fun. And then I want to experiment more with the line sketches, and these are all once again candle holders, like on that, different shapes and forms, and I really like this page also. And next Emma session, there was a video about a guy dancing, not a guy, old man, yeah, old man dancing. And she stopped the video and we sketch. And I use this prepped page just one marker to create all these. It was more fun than I expected. I was like, oh gosh, what I will do with that theme, because I, as you see, I was totally into the still life that time, and this was like a really good refresh. Then I created this with just one brush pen. It's a combination, a lot of pictures from my reference books, and created this illusional, because as you see, the acorn is so huge and the birds are so tiny, and also this fly or mosquito is so tiny. And here the bird, you see? Then next session we painted a landscape. It was a one landscape for an hour, or not a full hour, because we did some warm-ups, but it was a long, maybe 40 minutes, yeah. And I really struggled later then with that part. And what I like, the texture, the granulation here is so nice. Then we moved to still life, my comfort zone right now, and I really enjoyed doing that. This one. And then I was thinking about that landscape, and I was like, I really need to find the balance. And I was thinking about how I can transfer that style somehow to the landscapes. And I was like, okay, maybe add some buildings, and I will see. And then I created this one. I really like this sketch. And that time I was preparing for my India trip, and I was really like, oh, I want to sketch, but not so much, just one or two bigger sketch and maybe some smallers, just to warm up. And I like the colors I choose here, and also how I combine acrylic with a color pencil. Then I want to use my new color tools, and I created that one. This was not here. My plan was just to get my color shorter, and I use a lot because I need to fit in the container. Here the composition is like I do not finished it. I should put it more down or just make it smaller, but it's my sketchbook, so it's okay like this. And we will visit also Taj Mahal, and I really like that idea that I can paint from my memory, because as I know, it's forbidden to take inside paints or sketchbook and so on, but then but I can create my own pictures and create something from them. Then we had this session with Emma, and it was during the week, and I did this one after a really like a hard working day, and I had no energy to take out colors and so on, so I just use my Posca marker and just put a little bit of yellow paint under the sketch. Then we created this one, and as you remember, the sheeps are from that painting picture. And here I really like how I worked with with the thinner acrylic, how I layered, how I use the colors on top of that layers. And as here I see a little bit of struggling, here I feel that it's have this, how to say it, this vibration energy. I like that one. Not a masterpiece, but you know, I have a good feeling from this sketch. Then I came back to my still life, and I revisited an older video from Emma I missed, and it was a spooky, maybe from November. It was a spooky still life, and I put everything together just to sketch a little. But I like the bunny here. I really like the bunny. And then my, how to say it, not obsession, but close to that, is just to study all old Hungarian objects. And it's like a visual diary for me, just to create one item per page and have it in my sketchbook in case I want to create a bigger piece or bigger painting. And I like how the colors turned out here. I can show it from closer and you see it's so nice. I like the texture here, the underpainting, and the vibrancy of the orange. It's so nice. Then I created this one. I like it. It's so simple, but so nice. And then this was next Emma session, and once again I built one painting from a lot of photos, and I created that interior which looks like exterior, or switch it, because it's like a big mess. These windows are in a downed bookstore in London, and I don't know the rest. You know, it's like just a big mix of everything. And then almost the last page, I created these tobacco holders, just sketched these tobacco holders, and I really like the shape. You know, it's like when I saw that holder, I was like, okay, I need to sketch this. And this guy was so funny. This bear, or I don't know what kind of animal is it. This is a lion, probably, but I really like these guys. And the last page was like, okay, I really want to test my new pencils, and I created that vibrant. And my new pencils, I have this dermatograph pencils, and the funny ones. You do not need to sharpen it. You just pull this string and take off the paper, and you have nice tip. I do not mind that it's not pointy, but you can just to create it with a sharpener to be pointy. And it's nice. I need to check what different colors they have, but these are my really fast sketches, and I hold the end of the pencil just to create these wonky lines. And that's my sketchbook, and it's a huge progress for me in terms of finding my style, finding the joy in creating. Like, do not focus on small details, if I focus on small details, just to be loose and create something unexpected. Hope you enjoyed this sketchbook, and I hope that I gave you a inspiration and maybe just encourage you to try different things, maybe dancing old guy in your sketchbook, and you will see that it can be really fun, it can turn out really nice. And now I will do just like a flip through without talking, and I wish you a nice day and keep creating. Bye bye.